Special good morning and welcome back to Prime Morning. It's still news flash, and we're going to get into some of the headlines and even some stories that you saw. And then it's also brought to you by lawyers. We'll get into some of them and also bring you up to speed on what's been captured in various newspapers. And today, our conversation is going to center on the retail business in Ghana and what the law has to say about it, because it almost become an annual ritual that we see some spare part dealers, Ghanaian spare part dealers, moving to lock the shops of their Nigerian counterparts because they believe they are breaching the law by engaging in that retail business. And we've seen similar actions taken against some other foreign individuals in some markets in the country. I mean, all of it boils down to what the law has to say about retail business in Ghana. And according to many, it ought to be exclusive to Ghanaians. So any foreigner who is engaged in it ought not to be doing so, is engaged in an illegality. That's the argument by the Ghanaian traders. But we'll try and get into it. We'll speak to some expert here from the Ghanaian traders, and hopefully we can hear from the Nigerians also on what all of this means. But what about you as a Ghanaian, ordinary Ghanaian? What about you? What do you think? Do you think that the retail business should be exclusive to Nigerians? And also, why do you patronize the Nigerian products? Why do you go to the Nigerian shops to buy? Because at the heart of it is the Ghanaians are saying Nigerians are taking their customers away from them. Bottom line, that's what it's all about. Nigerians are taking the profits they're supposed to be making away from them. That is what this is all about. So the question we'll also have for you is that, why do you patronize Nigerian shops over Ghanaian shops? When you go to Abossey Okai, why do you go to the Nigerian shops other than the Ghanaian shops? When you go to Circle to buy whatever it is you're going to buy, why do you go to the Nigerian shops other than the Ghanaian shops? All over the markets in our country, why do you go to the Nigerian shops? What is it about the Nigerian shops that makes it attractive and appealing to you? For which reason you go there? Because, again, at the heart of it is profit. The Ghanaian traders are saying the Nigerians are taking their profit away from them. And it is making it difficult for them to compete. But again, why are Nigerian shops thriving over the Ghanaian shops? That is going to be our conversation today. But before we get into it, you just heard from Kweku Asante talking about Yoko bail conditions and how excessive it is, according to many, and also reference Kofi Akpaloo, who has been in the grips of Yoko for the past 6 days. Late yesterday, he was released. We understand that he finally managed to get his bail met. It was in excess of 10 million Ghana cedis. And we saw visuals of him leaving the Yoko premises. Hopefully we can see that on the screen for you. Leaving the Yoko premises. And he was full of smiles after he was released. So we can confirm that Kofi Akpaloo has been released. He has been released. And he is with his family at this point. But among the things that he's been charged for is, money laundering and a few other very serious crimes. And we wait to see how the matter will develop. He will end up in court, and hopefully he will have his day in court to defend himself. But let's get into some of the newspapers and see what the newspapers have also been reporting. I'm going to start with the Overseer newspaper. And it's got the picture of Ato Forson here, the finance minister. And it says Ghana's economy grows 6.3% in the second quarter of 2025, marking highest second quarter growth since 2019. Well, factually speaking, it is, and that has been corrected. It is not the highest since 2019 because just last year, 2017, within the same period, the economy grew by some 7%, 7+%. So that has been corrected. I'm sure the newspaper didn't take notes of that. But indeed, the economy has grown 6.3% in the second quarter, and that is some very good news. Then also, Maslock received 3 government vehicles from Chairman Wontumi. This was confirmed by the Maslock CEO. Then government to allocate 1 billion Ghana cedis to phase out double track system. So the government is looking to spend some 1 billion Ghana cedis, that's according to the education minister, to finally do away with the double track system. And we understand that a lot of that is going to take place, and hopefully by 2026 next year, all schools, about 100 plus schools that are doing the double track system, they can now go to the usual system, the single track system. So that is what government is looking to do with the 1 billion Ghana cedis expenditure. Then education must drive Ghana's economic transformation. That's according to former Education Minister Dr. Edichum. And stakeholders commit to green technology for sustainable mining. And that story is there. Then Mahama's positive CD forecast encouraging for economy. That's according to Professor Ba Boatin. So all of those stories are there on the Overseer newspaper. Then the Insight newspaper. That's the newspaper belonging to Mr. Kwesi Pratt, who unveiled his latest book. I think that was a few weeks ago, earlier this week. Yeah, it's there, captured in the front page of the Inside newspaper. And after centuries of slavery, colonialism, and dehumanization, reparations a must for Africa, President Mahama declares at Kwesi Pratt's book launch. So you can see the book on your screen, Reparations, History, Struggle, Politics and Law. Kwesi Pratt Jr. Has put that book together. The government seeks to end double track system in 2026 with 1 billion Ghana cedis pledged from Get Fund. So the plan by government is by 2026, the double track system will come to an end. But at this point, they're going to work with it until the investment kicks in come next year. Trasacco condemns illegal demolitions, defend lawful ownership of Tema land. At Jubilee House, Chief Imam Office deny involvement in Trasacco Springs fence war mayhem. Then Upper West Akim MP donate 3,000 exercise books, and public anger persists in UK over Keir Starmer government complicity in Gaza genocide. So those stories are also on the Insight newspaper. Then the Ghanaian publisher has also got some very interesting stories. He says, heat gold fields under fire for deceit. Interesting. Then trade restrictions hurting Africa. That's President Akufo-Addo, who's been speaking. Then MPP elders to aspirants stick to issues, not insults. Stick to issues, not insult. Then John Mahama's Galamsey U10 group slams posture. The Ghanaian publisher is there. Then you see that story on page 3, and quite some concern being raised by some individuals who they call the Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey. They've raised concerns about the president's comment about Galamsey, and they seem to suggest that the president is not being as stern and strict on it as they hope. So you see Mr. Ken Ashigbe making some comment to that effect. So that is also there, and concerns have been raised whether government is being soft on it, and all of that. And also Afenyo Maken accusing government of political vendetta is also in the Ghanaian publisher, and you can get all of that in there, over there. And you also got the Ghanaian Times newspaper, and the story on government investing 1 billion Ghana cedis to end double track is very, very huge, and it seems to be captured in all the newspapers that we've been talking about today. So it's got the picture of the Education Minister, Haruna Idrisu there, and also Palugu Multipurpose Dam Project undergoing scope review. That's according to President Mahama. And 3 billion annual food import bill unacceptable. And I think this is a very important story on page 3 of the Ghanaian Times. And you've got the big one, we will fish you out. President Mahama warns online hate speech preachers. That's President Mahama. And he made this disclosure at the engagement with the media on Wednesday. He said that those of you who make allegations and foster hatred against tribes and groups of people, he is making a very strong call that they will find you. Do not think that hiding behind an account on social media will make it difficult for you to be seen. They will find you. That's what President Mahama is saying. So be careful what you say on TikTok, on Facebook, because they will fish you out. They will fish you out. That's what he says. And 2 NGOs kick against 280% water tariff hike. And that is also in the story there. But the $3 billion annual food import bill is a very concerning thing. So every year, we spend $3 billion to import food. Wow, that's a lot of money. So Ghana spends over $3 billion annually on imported food, raising concerns over the growing reliance on food imports in the country. That's according to the Minister of Food and Agriculture. And he said, according to him, the growing dependence on imported food was a challenge. And this is huge. This is huge. $3 billion every year. That's what we spend to import food into the country. So we're not able to feed ourselves despite the arable land we've got in this country. So that's what is captured in the various newspapers. And as I mentioned, we're going to get into another story that has dominated the headlines this week, and it has to do with the retail business in the country and some foreigners who are engaged in that retail business. The, what do you call it, law is clear that, well, it ought to be exclusive to Ghanaians, but this has persisted. In fact, it's a 20-plus year long tussle. It's been on. This debate, this back and forth has been on for the past 20 years. And it just appears that we've not been able to enforce the law, and we've not also been able to change the law. Because if you're not enforcing the law to make it exclusive to Ghanaians, as the law says, and you want it to be opened out to other foreigners, then you've got to change the law. But we've not done anything about the law. All right, we'll get into it. But I'll be speaking to some of our seniors at Abossey Okai who have been fronting this very advocacy. But before we do that, I want to remind you, because as I mentioned, it's almost an annual thing. I want to take you back to 2018. This very story resurfaced, all right? In fact, 2010 it was there, 2006 it was there. But I want to take you back to 2018 and see what happened in 2018. Abossey Okai spare part dealers were again unhappy about this very development, and nothing was done in 2018.
The many Nigerian shops here at the Swami Magazine Enclave, and today we are expecting that they will be able to open their shops because of directive by GUTA to their members to allow the Nigerian traders to do business today. But this is what is happening here at the Enclave. Just like all other Nigerian shops in the Enclave, they have extra locks, and these locks are not put there by the Nigerian traders. It is here because the Ghanaian traders put them there. They are saying that they are not going to allow the traders to come do business. All what they want is that a task force that government has set up to implement this directive come along and together with the Nigerian traders to tell them that these traders are qualified to do business before they will allow them to continue doing business here. The Nigerians are afraid to open their shops, obviously, because of what is happening. They told us off record that they are confident that this impasse will be over, but currently they cannot open their shops because of fear of attacks.
We are not
sacking them. We are just saying they should bring their wares, sell it to us, take their money and go away. They have taken the stores away from us and are giving it to those offering more money. They have taken over the town, and if care is not taken, they will take over magazine from us too. We would be very disappointed if the authorities allow them to open their shops again. The laws must work so that they will not take the laws into their own hands. They promised to lock up the shops, but they haven't been able to.
So that was in 2018 in Kumasi at the Swami Magazine, and they equally were unhappy about the situation. They decided to protest. They went on to lock the shops of some of the Nigerians, and of course, you can see the backlash. But it went to bed, and of course, things returned to normal, and everybody went back to their work. Then in 2020, it resurfaced again, and this time it was the brothers in Accra at Abossey Okai. They also went to lock the shops of some Nigerians, and it was not the first time, but this was in 2020.
Agitation here at Nkrumah Circle in Accra. Ghanaian traders clashed against each other over their foreign counterparts.
They are all lying to you guys. They are not saying the truth. They are lying to you guys. We are the indigenous here. We know what is going on here. They are a bunch of flyers. That no trader can lock a shop of another trader. So what the Ghanaians are doing, it's illegal, and we will not support them in any way. One thing. We the circle boys. We don't have any. I'm saying in circle. We don't have any farmland. What we have is circle, and what they are doing is killing circle business. Right now, all the marketers move from Medina, Kadeshi, Kasua. If they are doing the whole Ghana, we don't have problem.
The Ghanaian of the Nigerian, spare parts dealers association, they are here quite worried. Let's speak to them. Let's find out from them what the situation is, what exactly happened. So tell us, what is the problem? What is the problem here? What is the situation here?
Yeah, it all started like yesterday. The current problem on ground now, it was yesterday. Announcement went viral in the market. Okay. They were saying that once, if you know that you are not a Ghanaian, that you should lock up your shop. They are coming to lock all the shops that non-Ghanaians should not open. That they want to do lock our shops down. So, but as it was by then in the evening, yesterday evening, around 8 p.m., yeah, they came and carried out the exercise. They locked up the shop.
So that was in 2020. The shops were locked. Well, guess what? Earlier this week, the shops were locked again. The shops were locked again. The question is, why does it keep repeating? Almost every year. Why do we keep seeing shops locked? It's almost become like an attempt to shake up the system, then everything returns to normal. Well, my colleague Adobia was there. The shop were locked, I think, on Monday, but she later went there, I believe, on Tuesday or Wednesday, one of the days, and went to check have the shops reopened. But guess what? They were still locked.
2 and several other shops owned by foreign nationals at Abossey Okai were closed today. This follows a directive from Ghanaian spare parts dealers in the enclave asking their foreign counterparts to suspend operations until a proper stakeholder meeting is held between local trade leaders and leaders of the foreign community. The directive, which took effect from Monday, September 8 through Wednesday, September 10, comes on the back of rising concerns that the activities of foreign traders are putting undue pressure on local businesses. While some foreign shop owners complied, others kept their shops open.
When
these foreigners supply to us, they end up selling the same goods with us, which puts pressure on our business. We just want them to supply and leave.
Meeting last minute and then we raised our concerns there. So from that, no more time say
they were given up to today to close their shop, but we can see some of their shops are still open, so we want answers.
We don't know, so he answers.
Out of respect for their leaders and in the interest of peace, the Ghanaian traders refrained from confrontations or altercations with their foreign counterparts. Instead, they chose to wait patiently for the outcome of the discussions between the two groups.
So that's what happened earlier this week in Abossey Okai, and fortunately we have some of their leadership here to talk about this very situation. And but at the contention, what do you call it? At the heart of it is the GIPC law. At the heart of it is the GIPC law, Act 2013, Act 865. If you look at some of the sections which speak to retail business and making it exclusive for Ghanaians, and if you look at some of the some of the businesses that it makes exclusive to Ghanaians. You could see some of them there, sale of sachet water, you know, quite a number of them. But also the Nigerians are emboldened by the ECOWAS Treaty, which, what do you call it, provides for free trade and urges all countries to remove all trade barriers so that, you know, all members of ECOWAS could freely trade. But Ghanaians say, even though there is an ECOWAS treaty, there is also the Ghanaian law, and the Ghanaian law must be enforced. Let's get in studio and talk to some of my seniors here, and let's try and appreciate exactly why they've been very much bent on enforcing the law, and very little has been done. I've got Tichi Ado here. He's the head of communications at the Abossey Okai Spare Part Dealers Association. I've also got Mr. David Kojo Amwatins, the president of Traders Advocacy Group, Ghana. Good morning, sirs. Mr. Tichi Ado, good morning.
Morning, Razak. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you too?
We are good, and I must say you are doing a great job for Mother Ghana, and we have to appreciate you. Yes, yes.
Yeah. How about you say? All is well?
Razak, yeah, all is well. Good morning to everybody. Yeah, as my senior said, you are doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's very important.
Yeah, we just went back. 2018 in Kumasi, the issue was there. 2020, the issue was there. And even if I should ask you, when all of this started, I'm sure you take it back even some 20 years ago, wouldn't you, Mr. Tichi Ado?
I'm Kojo Amwatins.
Mr. Kojo Amwatins, I beg your pardon.
You see, it's not sad. It is sad because back in 2008, 2007, even 2000, all these things started. And you see, the sad aspect, Ghanaians are not asking for more. We are not asking anything extraordinary. And I haven't seen anywhere that you hear a Ghanaian being a business person or a trade advocate or a trade union leader saying that we don't need foreigners in Ghana.
Okay.
No, that is not what you are saying. Because we will be even be in a dreamland if you say you don't need foreigners. Then why the Africa Continental Free Trade? You fought to get the headquarters here.
Yeah.
No, we need them. We need all foreigners in this country. But what we don't want is a foreigner coming here to flout our laws. The law is explicit, and I'm glad that you have the law. Let's go through the law one by one. The things under Section 27. If there is something there that enable or allow them to do their business, why not? You allow them to do their business. The law say, come here. And you see, let me say, the foreigners are not here because they like Ghanaians. No. They are here because of the enable environment created by the citizens. Sub-Saharan Africa, which country that they will go to the polls and the sitting president, who has another 4 years mandate, loses election, exit quietly. Then come the next government, the ruling government. Their presidential candidate got 49.7. He went for a rerun.
Yeah.
He lost. He exited. You can get a car registered in 2020 that has gone about 12,000 or 15,000 kilometers. But the 2024, over 100,000. But they will not look at that. So sometimes it's not about the price, it's about the quality. Sometimes it's about the quality.
So your argument is that the products that most Ghanaian retailers sell is of high quality compared to Nigerians?
Rightly so. Because, take me for example, I deal in shoes and furniture. Even yesterday, one of my pastors was in my shop. He was there. See, so I said to my pastors, my church members, my classmates, my community people. So imagine me selling inferior goods to them. Do you say I could still be a member of that church?
Build on that, because I'm wondering why, if it is the case that they are indeed selling inferior goods, why then do more and more Ghanaians continue to patronize their shop? But let me bring Mr.
Because of the purchasing power.
Let me come to Mr. Tichi Ado. I mean, you are with the spare parts dealers at Abossey Okai, and of course, this week, it's your group who resurfaced this conversation. And in fact, I was just monitoring to see the exact quotes of the president on this very matter, because when he was engaged on Wednesday, he spoke about it, and he was very clear about it. He said that the current law restricts retail sector to only Ghanaians, and there are people who argue that it is anti-competition and so many other things. But of course, in most countries, you want to reserve a certain portion of the economy for the people. And so Parliament is going to look at it, and eventually, whatever law they pass is what we have to live with. That's what the president said. And it seemed to suggest there is a law already. The president says the Parliament is going to look at it. And I'm not sure what that means, that maybe there's going to be a review or what it is. But at the moment, the law is clear. But let me come to you and why you people decided to lock up the shop of Nigerians this week.
Thank you, Razak. Let me say good morning to your viewers. As you rightly said, it started from, the law itself was in the existence from 1994, even though we have ECOWAS treaties. When you go through the ECOWAS treaty, GRA section, that's Article 5, Section 1-2, making it clear. A member state shouldn't stay in a different jurisdiction more than 90 days. Very clear. So if a foreign national says, and you want to come to Ghana, talk about the free movement. That means you're not supposed to be there and be selling goods more than 90 days, but rather you can even supply and go. Because the law says don't be more than 90 days. So when you overstay, it's illegal, you know it. Good. We did not decide to close down their shops. Rather, we called the leadership of UTAG. UTAG is a Nigeria Union Traders Association, Abossey Okai chapter, that's Ghana chapter, but you have another section in Abossey Okai. We invited them. What is going on, we are not happy about it. So what we will do is, they should make sure this influx of their colleagues from Nigeria, they need to call them to order. That was the number one. Number two, we even told them that, look, even though you are part of a group, which is in UTAG, and they will respect your union like you people respect GUTA, but Abossey Okai is subsection of GUTA. So we have our own way to do our own thing. But rather, just inform your people that Monday 8, all foreign shops should close down. We need to get data. How many of foreign nationals in Abossey Okai? We don't even know. Because Abossey Okai, for instance, we are members, we are close to 50,000. We know them. These foreign nationals, we don't know them. Now, this issue has been existing because of ECOWAS. Because of ECOWAS. As you said, the president make it clear. Even though that section belongs to citizens of Ghana, it's very clear. But the law is under review as we are speaking now. Because Ghana Investment Promotion Center, now it's going to be Ghana Investment Promotion Act. So the CEO has made it clear. We need to give him some time to review the act so that it will become authority. If it becomes authority, that means he's going to exercise his what? His powers to do the right thing. But the question is, how long? How long?
But I mean, these Nigerians there, I'm sure, I mean, some of them, you've been with them for a very long time. You know them, they're your brothers, they're your sisters. And beyond what the law says, the big question is, why do you have a problem selling alongside a Nigerian? Why should you have a fundamental problem with that? What's the problem? Yes, the law says this, but why should you have a problem that you have a shop here, a Nigerian also has a shop here, or another Nigerian also has a shop here, and you are both selling the same product? Why don't you leave it to the Ghanaian people to decide where they want to buy, and if they want to come to your shop, they'll come to your shop? Why will you have a problem with that?
Razak, what you are doing here is the same thing happening in Nigeria. If you're a foreign national, check 2024, a senator in Nigeria filed a motion concerning these foreign partners, complaining about this local petty trading, the foreign national are taking over. He filed a motion, and the motion was granted. Asking the foreign national, they should not engage some of their petty trading in Nigeria. It's very clear. If you're a foreigner, when you go to Nigeria, for instance, you cannot get direct business from a Nigeria importer. You need to pass through Nigeria before. But in Ghana here, it's open to everybody. A foreign national will come and stand in front of your container. The moment offload your goods, you just say, I want to buy this, I want to buy that. In Nigeria, you can't do that. You need to pass a Nigerian. If it's some of their markets, if you are Yoruba, you can't even go there. the Igbos will not allow you to come to that particular market. It's happening. Not Ghana alone, no. It's happening in Nigeria. But what you are saying, we need to protect our own. We don't hate Nigerians, but mind you, Nigerian man and Ghanaian will go to the same place, go to China, America to buy, to prepare your container. Going to Nigeria, their percentage in their port is 15%. But Ghana is 55%. Then you make sure you pass through Benin to Togo to Ghana and come to Abossey Okai. You will supply the items to you 10 cedis. Then you make them to carry the store. Then you start retailing 10 cedis again. Meanwhile, he has supplied to you 10 cedis. How much are you going to sell it? Then you, the media, will come and tell us that our things are very expensive.
But that's a government problem, not a Nigerian man problem.
Because the law is not working. The law is not working. The law says don't come and retail. If you want to do retail business, go the outskirts of the country or
wait, let me get your point. So you are saying that for Ghanaians, you import your goods to the Ghana ports, bring it to your shops, and because of all the duties that is on it, your prices go high. But you are suggesting that for the Nigerians,
but it's 50% at the port. When you go to the Nigeria port, it's 50%, but Ghana port is 55%.
So the argument you're making is that the goods the Nigerians have, they bring in from Nigeria.
Yes, from Nigeria.
And explains the costs, how much they sell it for, and all of that.
Because see, their interest rate is very down. In Ghana, what's your interest rate? 30 to 40%. Nigeria, less than 20%. Cote d'Ivoire, 7.5%.
So that explains why maybe some of the Nigerians sell their goods
are very cheap. That's the fact. That's the fact. So we don't hate that it's foreign national. We love Nigerians. Some of them will be staying with them for 30 years, 25 years, 20 years. We know them.
But if this is a problem, if this indeed, like you mentioned, is a problem, and it's account for why some of our Ghanaian products are expensive, why don't you just intensify the pressure on government to reduce it? And if they are not reducing it, why don't you go and import the goods, say, from Nigeria then?
Look, we cannot import from Nigeria. The government now, I think the duties, because of the exchange rate, the duties are at least getting a little strength. But however, so when? The Nigerians need to. Now, when you go to Abossey Okai, for instance, when your shop is, the time is due, the shop will not tell you, I will not give it to you again, I'll give it to Nigeria because they are ready to pay. They have the money. We don't have the money now. So we cannot compete with these foreign nationals. We cannot. And we are not limiting it to Nigerians, so foreign nationals. Even Chinese, Lebanese, Indian, they're all part of it. But just that Nigerians are many in the market, that's the reason why the centers in Nigeria, no, it's foreign nationals.
But what's the guarantee, for instance? Because as I mentioned, and Mr. Watson, and I mentioned that at the heart of this is the profit margin. It's all about the profit margin. It's all about the profit because you're selling product, the Nigerians are also selling, and maybe you're not getting as much profit. Because I think if Ghanaians, the Ghanaian traders, if you were making enough profit, you were okay, you're doing your business, you were okay, I don't think you have a problem if Nigerians were still selling. But because maybe it's affecting your profit margin, that's why, your revenue, that's why you have a concern. So my question is, why don't you also find a way to sell at a level that can get you enough profit? Because like I mentioned, there's a Nigerian shop here, there's a Ghanaian shop here. A Ghanaian comes to the market, the Ghanaian is going to the Nigerian shop, and the question probably you should be asking yourself is, what can I do to draw the Ghanaians to my shop? Instead of saying, let me close down the Nigerian shops. Because maybe if you close down the Nigerian shop, they'll still go and look for that Nigerian and not come to your shop. And it might not solve the problem.
You see, I don't think you are suggesting that when we see somebody perpetuating illegality, we should keep mute. Even if we are making profit more than them, we are saying they should go by the laws. Simple. They are flouting the law. Unless Ghanaians now, you want to admonish us that when you see somebody flouting our laws, we should just keep quiet and go. In as much as Kweju has made a brilliant submission concerning the profit margin, the struggle that we go through before we clear out. See, do you know what they are doing? Even the government of Ghana, they are cheating on us. We are losing revenue. No Nigerian will clear his or her container in our port. It's not a concern to us. And you know the reason why? They will clear in their own country. You see, One of my friends, and I have very good friends who are Nigerians, we bought the same vehicle, 2024 CRV from US, Ohio State. I cleared mine in March. I pay 161,000. He cleared his own. You convert the money into Ghana cedis. You pay 71,000.
You pay 161,000.
161. I have the document in my car right now.
And he paid
71,000. So imagine that guy bring that car here and he's selling. How much will he sell it? The shoes that I deal in, I have a lot of Nigerians who also deal in shoes. They will always clear in their home country. And you know how porous our borders are. And they will find a way to bring them in here. You see, what we are talking about is not about the traders. And let no anybody think that Ghanaian traders, we are greedy, we want exorbitant profit. No. These guys, they are cheating one. In as much as they are cheating on us, our government is also losing revenue.
But then, if the government is losing revenue, that's also my point, my second point, that if government is losing revenue, the point you're making is a very valid point. Government most certainly knows they are losing revenue. They know. The Trade Ministry knows that they are losing revenue. They know that some of these goods are not coming through the port. They are not getting the revenue they're supposed to get. Yet, government is not doing anything about it. Because as you mentioned, if a law is being broken, the police should move into action and enforce the law. But the police are not enforcing the law. It's the Abossey Okai spare part dealers who are even taking the responsibility upon themselves. Now, I don't know even if the police have intervened. Once a while, we will see the ministry and some of the GIPC, other officials move in to try and enforce the law. But after a while, they go to bed. They go and sleep. Nothing is being done. So why do you think this posture of government is persistent, that the government is not enforcing the law as you are hoping they should do?
I think, you see, one thing that sometimes beats my imagination, you know, it's not maybe somebody will say, this one is for this government. Whenever there's a government that, as you play the videos, we saw one in 2018, you play 2020, and now we are in 2025. So we cut across government. But sometimes I sit down and ask myself, our law enforcement agency, sometimes if care is not taken, you might conclude that they don't know their job. Because this is clear, explicit. Some people, a section of foreign nationals, are flouting our laws. And they sit unconcerned. They know about it. That Kumasi clip 2018, I was there. We did it with National Security and Kumasi Police Commander. Okay? But they know. And somebody sent Uncle White.
Yeah.
He said something. And he is spot on. That Ghanaians, we are our own enemies. Let a Ghanaian open a company. The next day you see GRA. A foreign national come and open a company, GRA will not come. It's not intriguing. If I tell you that Chinese clear stuffs from our port cheaper than us, will you believe it?
How is that possible?
You won't believe it. But come to our market. Why is it possible that a Chinese person should get a certificate to clear at our port? Something that is against our law. The Lebanese are doing it, the Indians are doing it, the Chinese are doing it, and now the Nigerians are doing it.
And I'm also trying to get into the shoes of government. And Mr. Tishi, I want to bring you in on this one. Don't you think the reason why government is being cautious about how they approach this issue is because, like you said, we also have Ghanaians in Nigeria who are trading in this business. And if we should crack the whip so strong, we might risk hurting Ghanaians in Nigeria, Ghanaians in Togo, Ghanaians in Benin. Because, as you say, Nigerians are in Ghana doing retail business, Ghanaians are in Nigeria doing retail business. So the government is looking at it and he says, let me tread cautiously because I have my citizens in Nigeria who are doing same business. And if I should crack the whip, the way you want me to crack it in Ghana, my citizens in Nigeria might also suffer same. And that might be chaotic as far as our diplomatic relations is concerned. Don't you think maybe this is why government is treading cautiously?
Razak, do you know our problem? It's because of ECOWAS. All what we are seeing is because of ECOWAS. Mr. President was very right. Because of ECOWAS treaty, If we don't take care, and the law must always be the law. We have our laws. Even the ECOWAS protocols is there talking about free movement. But our law need to be protected and our business need to be protected.
But you're not concerned about the Ghanaians in Nigeria?
You see?
If we don't take care, they might also suffer the same thing you are.
Last month, they had a call from Lagos as a radio station. They called me. So the host said, there's mixed reaction in Lagos concerning what is happening. And I explained everything to him, very clear. So I asked him, and I called the law, I asked him to check the law. He read the law, whilst I was on the phone. He said, they don't know that there's a law concerning our petty trading. I said, yes. We don't hate these Nigerians. No, we cannot hate them. Every country wants to develop, you need foreign nationals to support the economy. Do you know how much remittances Nigerians have been bringing to Ghana every year? We need them. But the law says if you want to do petty trading, go outskirts of the market. You can go to Afenya or Poko or Samai for wholesale. They will go there and go buy the goods to the market. They come and sell. As the law says, the law does not permit foreign national go to the market and go do retail business. But our problem is Ghanaians. How can you see, those Ghanaians have been fronting for these foreign nationals to get a store. You say that you have a document, or it belongs to Razak. The witness is a Nigerian. You see the trade they have been doing. Fake marriages is part of it. So when we move to the shop, we come out, we will go and meet Ghanaians sitting there. The shop belongs to me. Make wife for Nigerian.
But I mean, okay, that's a very valid point. That's a very valid point. That some Ghanaians are fronting for some
Yes,
Nigerians.
every day, CEO issued a statement last Sunday. He said Ghanaians, those are fronting for this foreign national. They should stop that.
Is also against the law. Let them crack their whip. Simple.
But you know, we have a history. Ghana and Nigeria have a history. In the 80s, we saw what happened.
Razak, not to cut you before you go in.
Yeah.
See, there is no Ghanaian. There is no Ghanaian that has a shop in Nigeria doing retailing.
As a permanent.
I am telling you.
As a permanent.
Really?
Nigeria.
There is no. Listen, Techi went into Daba. You see, that thing, if you don't have Nigerian friends, you don't know how it is it's something I don't want to go there. Even when you go to China, anybody that has gone to China, like Guangzhou, opposite the Tom Tom Hotel, you have a canal market. Even China, there are some places that the Igbos will not allow the Yorubas. Let anybody that has gone to China, Guangzhou, opposite Tonton Hotel, China Market, Guangzhou, there's no way that these Igbos will allow Yorubas in that market. Even when you go there, they have their separate markets. How much more Ghanaian? There is no Ghanaian citizen in Nigeria that has a retail shop in their market. And we go there. You see, Ghanaians, we start our business locally. We go to Togo, Nigeria, Dubai, then we hit China. So about 90% of our Ghanaian businessmen and women, they know every corner of Nigeria market. You will not get them. There is no way. At first, you see those guys, shoe shine boys, but what happened in 2020? They stopped even Casapreco. They stopped every truck from Ghana that they will not allow them into Nigeria market. And I want everybody listening or watching us to know there is no way a Ghanaian will say we don't need foreigners. We will be irresponsible if we utter such words. And there's no way we will do it. We need them. Why? You see, when we were doing the circle flyover, which company did it? Ukwase. They're all foreign national because we don't have the expertise.
Yeah.
But you want to tell me you don't have the expertise to do buja koto beton, buying and sell? We don't have that expertise. The reason why our forebearers located this portion for us to build our capital, our honorable Kojuchun, how did he started? Multimedia. How did multimedia started? It started with one radio station.
Yeah.
Now how many do you have? So right from the word go, and BBC, Al Jazeera was competing, could you have survived? Could you? There's no way we would have survived. This is what we are saying. This portion of our trading, let's reserve it for the Ghanaian so that we can build our capital from there. So that gradually we can maximize capital profit, then we will expand. That is why the factories, the manufacturing factories will come in for our brothers, our sisters, our nephews and nieces who has finished school to get employed. But when we killed it here, that will be our end.
I mean, you talk about employment, and there are those who also make the argument that these Nigerian shops are employing Ghanaians.
No, don't go there.
They're employing Ghanaians.
No, Razak, that's the main reason why I don't go there.
Really?
The law says,
why did you see one?
20 skills Ghanaian need to be employed. You know what they were doing? They will go and pay Nigerians, come and serve them 5 years. After the 5 years, they open another shop for them. That's the reason why they have been spread all over the country. They will not even employ one Ghanaian. But the law says, if you want to enter into a business in Ghana, employ 20 skilled Ghanaians. But they are not doing it. I told you, come to Abossey Okai. Like, there are more than thousands in Abossey Okai. More than thousands in Abossey Okai.
You see, yesterday I took some videos. After getting the Ghanaians from the street, this is what the Nigerians are doing. All these guys are Nigerians.
Selling coconut.
This is what they do. This is what they do. They bring their guys here. And now, you see earrings, jewels, phone accessories, they will use it, then they will go around. You serve the master for 5 years, then the master will get you a shop. This is what they are doing. Is this something we cannot do?
And you see, it all comes down because, as I mentioned, you mentioned, 2018, Swami Magazine, as association, you've been doing your best. Guta has been doing their best to try and get a law enforced and all of that. Then you've also got, what do you call Abossey Okai? Also, you are doing your best in your small corner. And we are and the president makes it clear, yes, this is what the law says. But despite government knowing this is what the law says, government is not moving into act. And I'm thinking, is it also, again, not because of the history we have? We famously remember the Ghana must go incident.
69 and 82.
Yes.
You see, it's different from what you're experiencing now.
Yeah, but it's the fear that we might have that reoccurring.
We'll not even go there.
Because you mentioned that there are 1,000 Nigerians at Abossey Okai.
Oh, yeah.
Thousands of them.
Yeah.
So just imagine a situation where you are pushing away thousands of Nigerians.
We are not saying they should go.
We are not sacking them from Ghana.
Nobody is telling them to leave Ghana.
The law says go outskirts of the market. That's the law says. We are not saying leave Ghana.
You want them to leave Abossey Okai
and Abossey Okai. That's the law. It's not me, it's the law. The law we are talking about is the law.
But would that solve the problem?
It's so.
Oh, why not?
If the Nigerians move from Abossey Okai...
But so far as you are qualified with the Ghana Investment Promotion Act, if you're a foreigner, so far you are qualified, then so be it.
Because I want to look at this scenario, okay? For instance, like you made the argument, this is a very interesting one. You want them out of Abossey Okai and go to the outskirts, like the law says.
Yeah.
So let's say they go somewhere like Mahia, okay? Mahia. They leave Abossey Okai, go to Mahia. How sure are you that when they go to Mahia, the problem you were facing at Abossey Okai will be solved? Because if care is not taken, they will go to Mahia. Their customers will follow them to Mahia.
No, go in there, go and do wholesale business, not retailing. The word is retail business belongs to Ghanaians. As a foreign national, if you want to do this kind of business, do wholesale or supplying.
So the point is that all foreigners in the retail, your argument is that they should move from the retail and go to the wholesale.
Exactly. That's the law says. Not me, it's the law.
Not him, that is the
law.
And under SY administration, under Honorable Alan Chemanten, he allocated a vast place for them. They call that place Dawa. When you are heading towards Central University, that is where they are supposed to be. When you go to Dubai, that's what they do. You do in wholesaling. You bring your goods there, you do wholesaling. There's no way you can do retailing, even in Dubai. So let them go there, so that the Ghanaians who have ensured that there is peaceful coexistence in Ghana, they will enjoy and benefit from their peace, that peaceful environment.
I want you to break this down for me, because I want to get the stark difference, okay? if you say someone is doing wholesale business and someone is doing retail business, okay, just explain to me as a businessman what makes one's business a wholesale business and what makes another business a retail business.
Okay, so I am an importer, I am a wholesaler, and I'm a retailer. Okay, I do retail because the stuff that maybe I bring in, somebody will come, buy 50 cartons, 20 cartons, 30 cartons. Definitely, there will be leftovers. Those leftovers, I have a small shop that I push in, okay? So, if you want to do wholesaling, you don't go and buy 1, 2, 3, or 4. There are a lot of products, maximum, or the minimum you can buy will be 12 apples.
12 cartons, you mean?
Maybe 12 pieces.
12 pieces?
Yes. There are some, you have to, we call it dozen prices. So if you are doing wholesaling, you can't be doing or selling one. No, everybody can walk in and come and buy one. No. So you deal in larger quantity. That is what the law is saying, that once Ghanaians have created that enable environment for you foreigners to come, the benefit for the citizens is this. So go there, the Ghanaian citizens will come and buy in larger quantity, then come and sell it in our market, and they'll bring you your money.
So let me get you to further break it down. Maybe Mr. Tishi, you come in here. So if, let's say, engines, spare parts engines, all right?
Yeah.
How many engines, or, I mean, for someone who deals in wholesale business, in spare parts engines in wholesale business, what will such a shop look like?
Yeah.
Yeah. So wholesale, someone who deals in engines, okay, the engines. What will a wholesale spare parts, engine business look like?
By this foreign national, they are not into engines. They are into other parts, shocks absorbers,
filters.
They don't need engines because they cannot do that. You understand? But you see, if you want to do a wholesale engine, when it comes to Abossey Okai, the chairman of the Abossey Okai, the density of engines, you have a big yard. Yes, you do wholesaling and retail at the same time.
So, like, how many engines has he got there?
Probably, I must say, thousand over. It's a lot.
About 1,000 engines.
Yeah, he's the only person who clear containers.
Not any other car like Mercedes-Benz.
Containers in a year. 32 containers in a year.
Mercedes-Benz engines.
Yes, Mercedes.
Not any other car.
You understand? Abossey Okai is not all that big, but we are overpopulated. You understand? Because one shop can at least occupy people like maybe 4 or 5. One shop. But for Abossey Okai to do a wholesale business in terms of the engines, it's a little difficult because we don't have that kind of capacity or that space. You understand?
But if you compare to the chairman, if you are dealing in wholesale business and spare parts, you're talking about 1,000.
Oh, yes.
32 containers.
Yes, a year.
Every year.
Yeah.
Some do even 100. Those that deals with filters and shock absorbers, like Kufata and those guys. They are big guys.
Yeah, Kufata also have a big shop, big yard.
They are big guys. Those are, and those who even do batteries, like the secretary.
Yeah.
My protocol officer, Mr. Fiano, larger quantities.
And that is the business that the law says Nigerians can get.
Yes, you do. Not foreigners.
All foreigners.
All foreigners.
She's the only person who clear the goods from Kenya. That's our general secretary.
That's after.
After.
Yeah.
She's the only female in Ghana. She's the only female in Ghana. I think 2 years ago, consignment arrived. They did, at that time, the was around 80,000. And because she's part of AFTA, you need to go through AFTA so that the duty will be reduced.
Yeah.
You know what happened? They said the goods is not liberalized. We don't understand that English. The duty went up to 300,000.
Yeah.
But we are talking about Africa integration.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, 800 Ghana cedis shoot up to 300,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
And we are here saying that we should allow this foreign national because ECOWAS treaty and protocols, we should allow them. It's not happening.
Well, I've asked our viewers to call in so they can also ask you some of the questions because I'm sure they have some concerns and maybe... so I have one person from... is it Bimbila you mentioned? Where? Hello? Zibila is calling me. Hello, Zibila. From Zibila, he's calling me from Zibila. All right, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you clear.
Thank you very much. What comment do you have? And if you have any question for them, you can also put it to them.
All right, good morning to those on the panel and those who speak to you.
Okay.
In fact, the foreign traders are helping us a lot. The Ghanaian business, the way it went down, some had to go there, one identify.
My brother, your line is breaking. Can you just stand well a bit for me? Can you stand well a bit for me? Yeah. If you can reposition. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's clear. Just stay where you are and speak louder, okay?
Yes, so I'm saying that the way the Ghanaian traders are behaving, sometimes they behave as if they are doing that way. And therefore, think the foreign sector probably has a lot. Because if the foreign sector then our own Ghanaian dollars is and they expect it to back it. But this Nigerian, if the item is 10 minutes, you go there, they'll give you. So I am not in support that they should do retailing, but we can also rule out the fact that our Ghanaian brothers are also part of the problem. If they service us or give us the service that we need as Ghanaians, I think we will not be patronizing the Nigerians.
All right, thank you very much.
We can't rule them out.
All right, thank you very much. So he raised a concern about the way you treat them when they come to the shop. He says some of your people, when they come there, it's as though coming to buy from you is like you are doing them a favor.
Can I respond to him?
Yeah, you can respond. He said sometimes your attitude, I think, is part of the reason.
Maybe he doesn't do business, he doesn't know anything about business.
No, but this is a concern some Ghanaians have.
No, Razak, hold on. I told you initially that. See, from overseas to Nigeria, their port percentage is 50% to clear your goods.
Yeah.
They will spend 3% from Nigeria to Benin to Togo to Ghana. 3%. It makes it 80%, right? Your port is 55%.
So it costs more for you to bring your goods to Ghana.
If he is doing business, you understand. How many interest rates in Ghana now? 30 to 40%. Just recently, the Bank of Ghana reduced the policy rate from 28 to 25%.
Yeah.
Then you will see we are experiencing a little decline from the interbank's interest rate. Like Cote d'Ivoire, 7.5% interest rate. And Ghana, 30 to 40%. Nigeria, less than 20%. What are you saying?
Well, is it Fred you mentioned is on the line? Fred from Malam. Hello, Fred.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Talk to me, Fred.
Please, my suggestion is that what my people are saying is true. But what I want to suggest is that if they are in if they are host that in the Ghanaian no pass, we are bringing it. Because consider if they are going to the outside, we are bringing the goods. They are always going to their own. That's the first point. And another point is that it's not a matter of price difference, but attitude counts. Because if you go and ask Ghanaian retailer person a price and you didn't buy, he will insult you. Consider you are buying from a Ghanaian and you have a high currency against. You ask you to go and buy cheese. As if he is making you a favor. But a Nigerian man will tell you, "Okay, wait," and he will go far as possible to go and bring to go and look for change for you. You understand? And even if I go and ask for something, a Nigerian man is not happy. He goes to his brother to go and look at him for you. Meanwhile, Ghanaian, you are buying something from him, and he has a high currency. He will insult on top of it until this morning. How should you come and buy a thing with maybe 50 or 200? But Nigerian man will not do that.
So is it?
We are talking, it cuts across both provisions and other things together. You see, the way we behave in this country is very, very bad. If you recall.
Yeah, go on. I'm listening to you.
You see, if you remember, yesterday or last 3 days, according to our president, he said all the foreigners are appreciating us. We have a nice country.
Yeah.
You understand? But attitude, our way of servicing, it's not correct. It's out of order. You understand?
Yeah.
And that is our problem. We need to change for the way we sell to our customers. That is all.
All right.
Because if I come to your shop and you can't receive more and the owner will receive more, I will leave you and go.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Fred.
Competing there and there. Because it cuts across.
Thank you very much, Fred. Thank you very much, Fred. I mean, Mr. Boateng, I think you want to respond to this. Mr. Amwati, I think you want to respond to this. Clearly, and this is not just him speaking. There are a lot of people who raise the concern that the attitude of some of our Ghanaian shopkeepers and shop owners, you go to talk to them, whether it's in the trotros or wherever, they say you don't treat them well. If you don't treat me well, I will not come.
He's not far from the truth. Even last Monday, I have to suspend one of my shop boy because a customer recorded him and sent the voice to me. And now he's in the house. So my brother is right. But you see, averagely, how many of such people? We will not disbank that. Yes, they are there. They are there, but we can work on it. Because I see no reason why somebody, and we that we are not selling consumables, we should be extra nice. Because at the end of the day, you cannot say, okay, if nobody comes, I'll cook some and me and my family members will eat. Can we do that to shoes and or spare parts? You can do that. So when they come, you should be utmost best.
It's a message that you need to send.
It's something that we know about it. And
well, we understand we have a caller from Cape
Thank you for that.
From Cape Coast. Hello, Francis.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Francis, let me hear from you.
Yes, I have a few questions for them. Hello.
Questions for you. All right, Francis, let's go. They are listening. The two of you. So listen.
I'm answering that they are saying that the Nigerians, their interest rate is low. Why is it that when our currency came down, they did not reduce their prices, but the Nigerians are able to reduce the price? And if you go to these new malls, there's a new mall in at hotel break. They said they do Ospadia retail. We go and buy at stations. When you go there, the prices are down, the furniture is down, and people are going, they're coming from France and buying. It's the Ghanaian trader who is causing those things. Even though our interest rate is high, but they also have privileges which the foreign nationals don't have. So they should reduce their price and make life for us.
Okay. Thank you very much, Francis. I mean, and I'm sure both of you want to respond. You say you're expecting the question. Yes. And I think it came up. When the dollar went down, we're doing 10 cedis to $1. We went to Abossey Okai. You said no, you still have old rules.
You see, thank you very much. It's very easy. I'm expecting this particular question. I'm not definitely somebody
will
not
reduce the prices.
No, Razak. You see, just follow me for a long time. 5 months ago, association, we issued a statement to say that all our members should reduce their prices or just adjust your prices. And you see, if the government itself does not have any control over the business we are doing, there's no price regime system. But what you can do is you can appeal to them. Say, please, just consider what is happening. The goodwill all of us were enjoying. Because the dollar was 16 cedis, came all the way down to 10 cedis. So just try to adjust your price a little bit. Some make sure they follow the directives. Up to today, the way we are anticipating that the price will come down, we are not seeing it. Even though when it comes to Abossey Okai, you see 1 or 2, or at least 20% of them, the prices have been reduced. You understand that one there for a fact. But where the problem is, those engines these commercial drivers have been using, the price is still the same. That's where the problem is. If 3 days ago, they issue a statement, GPRTU, giving Abossey Okai and the spare parts industry one-way ultimatum. If we refuse to reduce our prices, they will come out or they'll go on strike. And I think the caller is very important. Not we. We can't force them. You cannot force anybody in this country.
Then they are saying that if you're not going to reduce...
No, what we are saying is not about prices. We are talking about something we are protecting.
But the people who come to buy your goods are saying that if you don't reduce the prices...
You see, even that, it doesn't cover all. Me, whenever I speak, I back it with evidence. Read this. Read it. Check the date and read it.
So this says, good evening. Effective Monday, 16 June, prices of our shoes will be reduced. Shoe old price, 460 will now be sold at 420. Slippers, 350 will now be sold at 320. Loafers, 350 will be sold at 320. So this is for the shoe.
For my shoes. And this is for my customer. I send this thing to all my customers. And further, it came down again. This was in June. July, it came down again.
Stephen is in Kumasi. And I'm sure Stephen has been to Swami Magazine and a number of the markets in Kumasi. Let me hear from you. Stephen, let me hear from you.
My name is Stephen. I'm coming from Kumasi.
Okay, go ahead.
Please, I want to ask my two honorable one question. As an African, you can channel your container in Nigeria. You can import in Nigeria and still bring it to the way Nigeria are bringing it. This not with bringing it. You can channel your in Nigeria. Nothing stops you to channel your container in Nigeria or even in Togo. You can channel your container there. According to them, they say that Nigeria are bringing. Let me ask them one question. That question is that, as I'm a Nigerian, and you're a Ghanaian, you have every right to get every channel road, every corner road here than me as a foreigner. You're a Ghana, you can have every right. Why can't small where you say that Nigeria are getting it to bring it? That is one question. Another one is that you say that Nigeria are selling cheaper. The problem that Ghana has is that they are selling something 100%. They are selling a thing. They want 100%. Nigeria can use only 3% and turn over. They believe on turning over, not those things they are saying. Another thing is that they are saying they want us to be supplied, but they don't give us. How are they going to pay us? I gave somebody goods over 2 years now. I gave him goods over 2 years now. He has never paid me. He has never paid me.
But let me just ask you, why don't you import your goods through the Ghana port? Especially since you sell in Ghana.
Every Nigeria, no Nigeria will import goods in Nigeria and bring it here. He cannot sell it. Nobody can import goods in Nigeria and bring it here. He cannot sell it. They can never sell it because it's going to be costly. Every Nigeria is bringing it to the port here.
So wait, you're a businessman and you deal. What do you sell though? What do you sell?
I sell electric cars, but I don't have shop. I am giving supplies, but they are not paying. These people they are doing this thing, but they don't create. How are we going to pay these people? I told you that I gave somebody goods over 2 years now. He has not paid me.
All right.
They are the people that are causing the problem. They are not paying.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to ask them to respond to it. He says that you want them to get into the wholesale business so that Ghanaians can come and buy from him. And he makes the point. He gave somebody goods, and for 2 years now, he hasn't paid.
In my office, I have similar issues. Honestly, it's true. 2 issues: a Nigerian man supply a goods to a Ghanaian. Up to today, 3 years, the person has refused to pay.
3 years?
Yes. So I have the issues. Came to the office and I sat on the issue and asked the guy, why are you refused to pay him? This is some of the reason why we are trying to push the law or get close to the law. We'll still come back again as he called. But nonetheless, that shouldn't be the problem now. The problem is, the law is the law. We are protecting what belongs to Ghanaians. That's what we are saying. We shouldn't confuse what is going on. This Igbo guy said he wants to create this an empire. What happened? The whole country was what? Upside down. Why? Because we don't trust them. This will take over. Why? The same thing. We shouldn't wait. What happened? Israel and Palestine. The same thing. Just be here. We'll give the land. Just be here. What happened? Now they are fighting about a piece of land belongs to you. So if you are going to allow these foreigners to take over market, for now to 5 to 10 years, Razak, we will not have any market anymore.
Mr. Martin, let me bring you. This is a very genuine concern. The law says they should go into wholesale. And even those who are in that wholesale business, they say they supply to your colleagues in the retail. They don't pay. They are stifling that business. So if you are not paying, then they will go directly to the customers.
You see, this is business. And business, everybody that is engaged in business knows this. Me sitting here, do you know the amount of money I've written bad debt? Last year, I wrote about 80,000 bad debt. So that is not peculiar to him alone. He's sorry about that. It's painful because, he went for a loan.
Yeah.
Okay, to bring in these goods. And that is business. Everywhere. Go to China. One of my partners, he just sent me a message. Then you see something, I don't want to bring them in. 10 containers. A Nigerian guy, I'll do pay 10 containers. So we are tracking that guy. Okay? So it's everywhere. So yes, I'm sorry about that. We are all facing those that we are dealing in wholesaling and big guy. We all face those problems. But it's not a good thing. It's not a good attitude. If you're a Ghanaian, being it, you be a businessman, not a businessman. Let's be honest. Now, I always tell people, the currency to do 21st century business is not the physical cash. It's integrity. Okay? Because I have a friend that somebody has given a shipload of rice. Do you know the amount of shipload of rice? No bank in Ghana here will even give you that LC. And if they will give you, you have to back it with collateral. Yeah. A 32-year boy, where was he going to get that collateral? But because of his integrity. So our advice, our up-and-coming business guys, let's be truthful. If somebody supply you goods, pay.
Yeah.
If you see, the sad aspect is when you call them, they don't pick the calls. Maybe something has come up, genuinely. Go to the person, boss, I was supposed to pay you this money at this period, but because of ABC, kindly extend the time for me. It's better than you not picking the calls, ignore the person.
I mean, we have to wrap up now, but I just want to get your take beyond the concerns you have with Nigerians in the retail business. What other
foreigners in retail business?
Foreigners in retail business. I think it's very important that we make that emphasis. So that it doesn't look like you're just targeting only Nigerians. That's very important. But beyond this concern you have, which we have discussed, I just want to give you 1 minute, Mr. Tichi and Mr. Martin, both of you 1 minute, to tell us what other major concern you have, which you want government to address. Because I'm sure in November, the minister is going to present the budget for next year. So talk to me.
Well, okay, our major concern, I think the government is trying to solve some of our problems. Also the exchange rate, interest rate, policy rate, and at least just to do some shake-up at the port. It's very important. Upon all these things, when you don't shake up the port, we have a problem. So what I'm saying is, you see, the exchange rate is more important. It's very, very important now, the exchange rate. Very, very, very important. And how you are going to rationalize the tax system. Because how many people Ghanaians are paying? Only 30%. We need more people on board. At least they should target 60%. That will be okay. But what I'm saying is, what the association is saying is, no, we are not ready to do any demonstration. We are not. Mr. Martin is here. We are not ready to do any demonstration. So if somebody think, what you are doing is about demonstration, then the person, you are deceiving yourself. You are not ready to do any demonstration against anybody. What we are saying is, the foreigners, they are not supposed to do retail business in our market. We don't hate them. We like Nigeria, we like the Chinese, we like the foreigners. They are our partners. But the law is the law.
Okay. Mr. Martin, also, we can have the final take.
Okay, so what I would admonish the finance minister to do is to peg the rate at the port. You see, it helps us to project. It's very sad we are doing business in a country that you cannot project. Okay, so they should peg the dollar because everything is calculated in dollar index. So when that is pegged quarterly, it helps the businessman to also plan. Secondly, access to cheaper credit. Not access to credit, but cheaper credit. It's very, very important.
How many percent?
About 7% will be okay.
Wow.
And we will expand. Because, my brother, we need to come and do advert for Joy Prime to go on.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
You need more adverts.
Yeah.
So 7% will help us to expand so that we can also reduce unemployment. Because it's sad for you to take your child through university, the person sit at home, calls you for credit, going to church, he asks you for offering. I mean, it's depressing. It's depressing.
All right, so it's been an exciting conversation. We're just hoping that we can see some improvement. We can see some things take place to help the traders in the country, and also so that the foreign nationals can also do the kind of business that they are permitted to do, and all of us can live peacefully, because ultimately, I mean, whether it's Nigerians, whether it's Togolese, whether it's Beninois, we're all Africans, we're all one people, and the laws that guide all of us, of course, should guide all of us accordingly. Okay.